Somewhere left of the bistro on Greville Street, perched on a red brick roof, stood a figure in the chill of the January air. The sound of London traffic below mingled with the rhythmic cooing of pigeons that fluttered from ledge to ledge. "Bleeding Hart, eh? How appropriate," Erron muttered as he fixed the limbs of his bow to the riser, before flicking the stub of his cigarette onto the puddled rooftop. His black hair ruffled in the wintry breeze. Despite years of wisdom, he never aged beyond his 31 years, and despite the bitter wind, he was blessed with a youthfulness that tinged his pale skin with a warm glow. Only a faint scar on his cheek added a hint of lived-in imperfection to his face. "There's no loss of irony these days." A second man joined him, handsome, also early 30s, with sandy blonde hair tied into a ponytail. Poetic, almost. It's a pleasant little cafe, to be fair. Lovely croissants. He was almost a foot taller than his companion, a looming 6'4", but his slim frame removed any element of intimidation from his height. "It's too cold for your chirpy observations, Casey." Erron deftly fixed the string to his bow, his long black jacket slapping against the backs of his legs as the wind picked up. "No need to be like that." Erron rolled his eyes in response and rested the bow on the ground, searching his satchel for his assignment card. "Well, I think it's beautiful," Casey went on, gazing down wistfully at the corner restaurant. "You think everything's beautiful, or marvellous, or delightful, isn't it? Not from my perspective." Erron studied the card and slipped it back into his bag. 12:40. We have 20 minutes to spare." Casey paced back and forth along the edge of the rooftop, turning his face away from the sharp breeze. He regretted his choice of attire that morning, only dark grey suit trousers and a thin blue shirt, thinking they wouldn't have been waiting in the cold for quite so long. He usually favoured a more bold or formal look, right down to his favourite 50s grey trilby and red braces, but the assignment needed a cover agent on the ground, and he had to look casual. The streets of London below were reaching the lunchtime humdrum of people rushing back and forth, ducking into coffee shops and cafes before hurrying back to the 9-to-5 grind. "Quit daydreaming and check your card, will ya? There's a discrepancy." Erron wrung his hands together, trying to warm his freezing fingers. Casey plucked his card from the back pocket of his trousers and read the brief details on the reverse. "Van to the left. Cyclist, target?" His gaze looked over the disgruntled look on Erron's face, and then followed where he gestured to a roadblock being set up for a temporary diversion. "Ah. Well, you know the agency have certain variables, procedures. We haven't been diverted yet, so stick to the plan." Erron, quite the opposite to his colleague, was the stubble-faced brooding type, and was busy shielding his lighter from the wind as he lit another cigarette. "Get yourself down there, then." He nodded to the street with a slow exhale of smoke, flickering the metal lighter closed. "Make a good impression?" He winked. "You know, you really must quit those things," Casey scolded. "Why? They're hardly going to kill me." Erron took a long drag, the tip of the cigarette glaring against the grey sky, his voice drawn out with a Cockney twang.